What if you opened your eyes one morning and found yourself in the year 1324? No phone buzzing, no soft bed, no clean water, just a freezing wooden shack, a dirt-covered floor, and a stomach that hasn't felt full in days. No comfort, no freedom, no choice. Welcome to your new life. You are now a medieval peasant, born to toil, born to survive, born to endure. You hear it before you open your eyes. Not an alarm clock, not birdsong. It's the deep, echoing ring of the church bell, the matins, calling everyone to rise for morning prayer. It's barely 4 a.m. outside. The sky is still black. The air is wet, cold, and heavy. You lie on a straw mattress with no blanket. Fleas bite your arms. Your brother is snoring beside you. Your youngest sister is curled up like a cat near the fire pit. You rub your eyes and sit up. Your head bumps the low wooden beam. Today is not special. It is not a holiday. It's Monday. And Monday means one thing, labor. You reach for your shoes, but you don't have any. You've never owned a pair. You tie worn cloth around your feet. One wrap falls off when you step outside. You light the fire using flint and steel. The fire catches slowly. Damp wood always fights back. Your mother pours water into a cracked clay pot. She drops in a handful of oats and a pinch of salt. No sugar, no milk. That's for the Lord's. You sit with the others around the pot, waiting. The meal is silent. Every slurp of watery porridge is a blessing. A knock at the door breaks the quiet. It's Thomas, your neighbor. He's missing 2 fingers from a scythe accident. He says, "The steward's coming today. Get your tithe ready." Your father nods grimly. You owe part of your barley harvest to the Lord. You also owe eggs to the priest, wool to the miller, and a chicken to the reeve. Your father only has 3 hens left. You take the last bite of your porridge and wipe your mouth. It's time to work. Because if you don't eat. The air is thick with morning mist. Your bare feet crunch on the frozen dirt path, already worn by generations of footsteps. Every morning, the peasants walk the same path, to the Lord's fields. You're 17 years old, but your back already hurts. Behind you, your father carries a dull hoe. Your younger brother lugs a heavy sack of seed. You pass by other huts, everyone's coming. Old men, limping. Women with children strapped to their backs. A cart passes by. A wheel falls off, but no one bothers to fix it. It always falls off. You cross a wooden bridge, shaky under your feet. Beneath it, the stream runs dark brown. That's your drinking water, too. You reach the fields. They stretch farther than your eyes can see. The soil is hard, cold, uneven, and you only have wooden tools. Iron ones are too expensive, reserved for the reeve and his favorites. Your job today, dig furrows. Not in your own plot, but in the Lord's land. This is called corvée labor, unpaid work you owe to the baron. If you refuse, the bailiff comes. He brings a stick, or worse, fines. You dig, and dig, and dig. By 9 a.m., your arms burn. By 10 a.m., your shirt is soaked. By 11 a.m., your stomach growls, but you're not allowed to stop. You think about sneaking a bite of bread, but the steward is watching from his horse. He wears fine leather boots. You've never touched leather before. He doesn't say a word, just stares. His eyes tell you. You are replaceable. You pause for a second, lean on your hoe. Then it happens, crack. The steward's whip lashes a man beside you. It's Peter, a widower with a bad leg. He fell behind, too slow. The whip doesn't draw blood, but it does draw silence. No one dares help. You just keep digging. At noon, a man from the monastery arrives. He carries a scroll, the tax list. Names. Quantities. Dues. Your name is there. So is your father's. You owe 20 sheaves of barley, half your last harvest. You also owe 3 days of work every month to the church. You're already working for the Lord. And you have to work your own land in what time is left. Your mother once said, "A peasant lives for 3 things, the Lord, the church, and the grave." And right now, all 3 seem closer than hope. It's finally midday. There is no lunch bell, no break room, just the sun directly overhead, and the brief permission to sit. You reach into your cloth bag. Inside is a hunk of black bread, hard as stone, 1 small onion, a slice of old cheese if you're lucky, and a flask of watered beer. Why? Because the water will make you sick. You bite into the bread. It doesn't bite back. It crumbles like gravel. You chew slowly. You savor the cheese, it's rare. You sip the beer. It's flat, warm, but it won't kill you like the stream water might. Peter, the man whipped earlier, eats nothing. He forgot his bag. You break your bread in half and give it to him. He nods, says nothing. In the Middle Ages, charity isn't about praise. It's about survival. The sun bears down like judgment. You wipe your forehead with a sleeve already soaked in sweat. There is no sunscreen, no hat. Your head aches. Your neck burns. The dust clings to your arms, your teeth, your soul. In winter, it's worse. Frozen soil cuts your fingers. Your nose bleeds in the cold wind. Your hands crack. You hide them from your children. You don't want them to see pain so soon. If it rains, the Lord still demands the work. You slip in the mud. You fall. The ox breaks a yoke. You fix it with twine and prayer. Cut to narrator tone, more reflective. At this exact moment, someone in 2025 is scrolling on a smartphone, deciding what to eat from 40 different restaurants, all delivered to their door in 30 minutes. Meanwhile, you here in 1324 are eating moldy bread and hoping it doesn't rot your teeth. And the most painful part? You don't complain. Not because you're strong, but because no one is listening. There is no government hotline. No union. No HR. Only the sky. The soil. And the endless debt you were born into. You lean your head back, watching a single bird fly overhead. It's free. You're not. But the break is over. You stand up, grab your hoe, and walk back into the field. The sun is setting behind the hills. Orange light spills over the fields, painting the soil in copper. You wish it looked more beautiful if your back didn't feel like breaking. You walk home in silence. No one talks. No one sings. Even the children have stopped running. Your neighbor limps behind you, dragging a broken sandal. You glance back, offer your shoulder. Tonight, he might need it. Inside the hut, the fire crackles weakly. Your mother stirs a pot of cabbage and leek. No meat, of course. Meat is for Christmas. Maybe. You sit on a wooden bench. Creaks under your weight. Your siblings crowd around. 6 of you, 1 pot. You each get a spoonful. You chew slowly. Not because you savor it, but because there's nothing after. Then your father takes out a small bundle. Wrapped inside, a crust of bacon. He cuts it into slivers, paper thin, and places one on each bowl. A holy moment. Your sister closes her eyes before eating. She whispers something. You ask, what did you pray for? She says, tomorrow. Just tomorrow. Midnight. You're half asleep when the wind howls through the cracks in the wall. The fire is out. The room is freezing. You pull your straw blanket tighter, but it barely covers your legs. You hear a baby crying next door. A mother softly sings a lullaby. Her voice shakes. Not from love, from cold. You don't get up. You don't dare. You just stare at the roof, watching the shadows shift, wondering how many days like this you'll survive. And before you know it, the bell rings again. A new day. The same pain. But you get up. Because peasants do not choose strength. They wake. They work. They endure. Now pause. Look around you. You're likely sitting in a chair, on a phone or a laptop. You're wearing socks. You had breakfast today. You didn't walk 5 miles barefoot before sunrise. You're not worried about a steward, or a whip, or the plague. You have options. Entertainment. Education. Electricity. A medieval peasant had, 1, survive. And somehow many did. So the next time your coffee's too cold, or your Wi-Fi lags, remember this. There was once someone your age who woke up in a hut, ate old bread, and still smiled when the birds sang, because to be alive even back then was still a kind of miracle. They left no statues, no books, no letters, but they built the roads we still walk. They laid the stone for the churches we still marvel at. They grew the wheat that fed kingdoms. They were forgotten by history, but not by time, and not by us. We honor them not by pity, but by remembering what it took for us to live this easily. So, would you survive a day in the life of a medieval peasant? Let me know in the comments. Type respect the peasants if you made it to the end of this video. And if you enjoyed this journey back in time, like, subscribe, and hit that bell. Because next week, we're going even deeper into the castle to live like a medieval servant in the king's court. You think the peasants had it bad? You haven't seen anything yet. Until then, sleep well, eat gratefully, and remember, you live like royalty even on your worst day.